Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're well. I thought I'd come in from a different angle just to spice things up this week. I didn't do a video last week, did I? Naughty Jeremy. He was very busy. Didn't plan his week very well, so he didn't do a video. Oops. Well, the sun is shining down here on the coast of Brighton and Hove, and I've got a holiday for 2 weeks. Hooray! I haven't taken any time off or any significant proper downtime for 7 months since before the start of lockdown. So I'm pretty tired, and if I was mentoring or coaching another business owner, then I would tell them off for taking that long to take a holiday. So I'm telling myself off, but I'm taking one, so hooray for me. Fear. That's what I've been thinking about this week. Why have I been thinking about fear? Why have I been thinking about fear? Fear in what stops us from achieving our goals, our dreams, in work, in life, wherever. Doesn't really matter. I've been talking to a few people who have wanted to, or thinking about starting their own business, or have started their own business and aren't quite making the progress that they want to. And I just was very interested in what it is around that stops them. And I'm going to assert that it's fear. Now, I've done a little bit of very basic psychological reading on the internet, so obviously I'm an expert now. No, I'm not really. But there was this saying banded around. I keep on hearing people early in the morning, I haven't quite woken up yet, saying that the difference between fear and excitement is the same response in the body. It's actually true. I read that on an actual website, like on a proper psychological. It's not going very well today, is it? On a psychology website, yes. So fear and excitement invoke the same response in your brain, your body, the stress response. It's all run by the limbic system, which is your amygdala and your hippocampus, and it's connected to your hypothalamus. Now, I've just said a load of words you may or may not know. I know enough about anxiety because I read a book, a couple of books around it, and your amygdala is 2 almond-shaped parts in there somewhere that help deal with your fight, flight, or freeze response. So, so when you're fearful or you're scared and you go or fight, flight, that was my miming of fight, flight, or freeze. Then that's the part of the brain that deals with that. Apparently it's crap at dealing with verbal cues or language. Our prefrontal cortex, I believe, is the part of the brain, or that part of the brain that deals with intelligence, which my one is going like this morning. I'm awake. Oh gosh, I should start talking. So that part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, is the bit that's all our language and makes us humans super intelligent. Super intelligent. That's up for debate sometimes. Motorbike going past. So fear. So I read an interesting article that said that our body actually enjoys predictable fear because it invokes such a similar response in terms of excitement. So going on a roller coaster, watching a scary film, going on a horror maze, or whatever it is, it's predictable and it's fun. Now, if you want to have a laugh, you should go in some kind of horror maze with me, because I turn into this shrieking banshee of a human being that's like, ah! And my friends took me, side story, to the one in Walking Dead maze in LA, in Universal Studios Hollywood. And I screamed so loud, they apparently heard me outside. There you go. Anyway, so, but unpredictable fear we don't like shocks. And that's probably why I don't actually like those kinds of mazes, because I like the idea of going in and it's fun, but I don't like being like made to jump, and I jump really easily. So I don't like this. Anyway, so let's bring it back. So what is the purpose of me talking about fear? The purpose of me talking about fear this week is to inspire or encourage you to look at what is stopping you in life. So we all have goals and dreams. I have goals and dreams way past what I have at the moment, right? So I want to grow my business. I want to have a big house. I want to go on more holidays, take more time off, explore lots of different things, right? Your goals are going to be very different to mine, and they're very unique to you. But what I'm interested in is what stops us from taking those further. I've done a very good preparation for this video to think about an example that would be helpful, wouldn't it? Of the time when I've become fearful and stopped myself. I do it quite a lot, particularly around asking people for help. I'm really not well practiced at that. I was going to say I'm rubbish at it, but that's like a judgment, and I'm staying away from that. I'm not very well practiced at picking up the phone, say to someone that I perceive as very inspirational or very successful, or someone who my brain just goes, oh, I don't want to talk to them, they might reject me, or whatever it looks like. And it's, for me, it's about recognizing that pattern and being able to have the courage to step through that and pick up the phone anyway. So I might, for example, I sometimes will contact people who are successful in business and inspiring and say, will you speak to me, mentor me, coach me, whatever? And most of the time they'll say no because they're busy. But the process up to the point of actually picking up the phone or writing that message, there's lots of conversations that I have with myself that stop me from doing that. Oh, they're going to reject me. They're going to say no. I'm going to feel embarrassed. All very childhood stuff. And what I've noticed, what I've been able to do is to start to notice that process in my head and just take a moment. Mindfulness is super, super important around this. Very, very useful. So I just take a moment, breathe, calm myself down. I'm a very excitable person, as you can probably tell. So I just have to bring myself down back to a level and just check in with myself and go, okay, what's going on here? Why am I fearful? Sometimes it's a 10-second, 30-second thing that I just do. I just take a breath, go, okay, all right, and just take the action. I'll tell a super quick story about a time which I might have told you before. Basically, I went coast steering in Wales, and we got to the end, and we were given the opportunity to jump off an 8-meter cliff into the water. Which at the beginning I was like, 8 meters, whatever, easy. Turns out 8 meters is actually really quite high when you're standing on a ledge, so they're going to throw yourself off. Anyway, so I got up there and I did this thing, and I went, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'd made the decision I was going to do it, yeah? And then I got up there and it's a skill. It's like learning to ride a bike. You just have to, like, I guess people who do mindfulness or meditation will know this better than I do, but I just have to kind of shut out that internal dialogue, that internal voice that's saying, don't do it, and go 3, 2, 1, go, and just like, throw myself off. And I did it, and it was great, and I did it about 3 or 4 times, and then stopped because we had to go. So it's about, for me, it's about recognizing the pattern of behavior, and that's going to take some time for you to sit down and look at that and start to notice it in your everyday life. Oh, I'm doing that thing again. Oh, I'm doing that thing. Trigger, response. Yeah, so something happens, I have a thought, okay, what was going on there? You know, just play around with it. Don't give yourself a hard time, because you're not going to always necessarily get it right the first time. It does take practice. Notice the pattern, take a moment, breathe, recognize it, and then take action. Yeah, action is the only thing that's going to make a difference in the world. You can sit around and think about stuff all you like. It's probably not going to change stuff. Actually, it's not going to change anything. You're going to have to actually go out and do something, have a conversation, take an action, do something. Anyway, I'll stop there because I've rambled on for a little bit longer than I would have liked to, but hopefully that's given you a start. We'll explore this more over the next few weeks. I'm not making any promises now that I'm going to be coming back every week. I don't want to do that because I want the flexibility. I am going to create as much content as I can, and these will become more structured over time. But as you can probably tell, I've just spent 7 months in lockdown, trying to keep my business going and doing a part-time masters as well, which was my busiest period. Hooray! So I'm taking some time out for me, and that is really, really important. I have to put a firm boundary in there to say no. 2 weeks off now for Jeremy. If I feel super inspired, I'll do a video, and if I don't, I won't. But my plan is, once I come back, is to get some more structure around this, do some content up front so that I can feed content out every week. And as always, if you are watching this and you have made it this far, woohoo! We're 12 minutes. 12 minutes? Yeah, 12 minutes. Well done. Then please like, share, all that normal stuff. And I shall see you very soon. And until then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.